Yeah, we're off, man.
Well, thanks for having me on the Randomizer podcast. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the randomizer. No,
Randomizer.
that's it. Dude, yeah, you're. I really appreciate you coming on. You're, like I said downstairs, you're kind of fit the bill perfectly. You know.
Okay.
Small business owner, very involved in the community. Crazy life. A lot of shit going on.
Yeah, I don't like to sit still. So you've caught me at, I think I'm here for a week and a half, and then I'll be back to New York. So back and forth.
Shit. Are you living up there too?
Yeah, my girlfriend lives in Little Falls, which is like right at the base of the Adirondacks.
Okay.
So it's...
Is that mining country up there too?
Well, most of the mines are really close to where she lives.
Yeah.
But it's just beautiful. The hiking, the nature, it's just...
I bet, yeah. Upstate New York. Pennsylvania's got a lot of beautiful stuff too.
Very similar to PA. And, living here in South Jersey, there's not too many hills.
Mm-hmm. Dude, yeah, it's the one thing, like I was just telling you I like living down here, but that's kind of one of the things that I don't like.
Yeah,
I like going home, the windy roads. They're like, the trees are bigger out there too.
Yep.
Like, I like being kind of surrounded by all that shit.
Well, it's funny, when there's snow down here, the kids all go sledding on like the parkway ramps, like the bridges for the parkway
spot?
because
I was thinking there was no
that's like the largest hills, or like you'll see like all these like tracks on the parkway bridges, and you're like, great, that's not too safe.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like the best.
There's
like anything else.
Well, there's that spot. There's a park out in the HT too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of kids go there.
Yeah, we bring Buster there.
Yeah, that's a really pretty spot.
Dude, that place is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And we just found it last summer. I never knew. Like, for anyone who's never been there, it's just this like gorgeous. I don't even want to tell people about it.
Yeah, no, right.
But it's like this gorgeous. It's open like lake.
Yeah, it's a former mining operation. So that was like a former sand mining pit. So they would use all the sand and they would take the gravel. So a lot of times when you see all the landscaping in Ocean City, you'll see like the big rocks or the small rocks. A lot of that came somewhat locally. So they'll find that in those pits like that.
So they're pulling out like sand from there?
Yep, sand and then the rounded rocks, like the river washed rocks.
Okay.
So all of that at some point, has made its way down here and is now rounded.
Is that water like deep then, or?
It's not that it's deep, but back in the day, this used to be all underwater. Mm-hmm. That's why there's no real rock underneath. We have like sand and gravel below the surface.
This used to be under, like where we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? How long ago was that?
Thousands and thousands of. So also during the Ice Age, there was the continental shelf went like hundreds of miles out. That's why it's really flat in this area.
Right.
Which it's you learn a little bit. I mean, I think that stuff's correct.
So back to because I definitely want to talk about the mining stuff. Yeah. The restlessness. Have you always been like that, or like was that energy like ever in something else, or I guess like?
I feel like so. Funny story. I was talking to my dad, and I said something. I was like, Dad, do you think I had ADD growing up? And he's like, yeah, of course you did. And I was like, really? I was like, well, that explains a lot because I felt like I was horrible. I had like learning disabilities in like with like math in school, and that went on to my college years too because I went to about 4 different colleges. Every time I had to go into remedial math. Every time I'd place at the new college, I'd have to take remedial math. Like I was horrible at it. Yeah. But yeah, my dad kind of like laughed at it. He's like, well, we weren't going to give you Ritalin or whatever it was they gave you at the time. Yeah. So I learned to cope with it. It's, I guess, that's, I always focus my energy on trying to do something positive or something I enjoy doing. Surfing, skateboarding, and I kind of try and find a way to make money doing things I love.
Yeah. That's crazy about the mining. I didn't know. I won't say how much you told me, but unless you want to. But like, I didn't know that it could be so lucrative like that. And I think you correct me if I'm wrong, but you just started like for fun, right?
Yes, yeah, total hobby. We started doing it actually during COVID, looking for more things to do outside, and fell in love with upstate New York and the crystals there. And just once I pulled that stuff from the ground, it was just like, whoa, this is really cool.
Yeah,
I can't believe this comes out of the ground and I can just go find it with a little hard work,
For sure.
And then I was kind of, we got asked to go out to Tucson, my girlfriend and I, and, I didn't know what to expect. I'd been to a few shows, mineral shows, but they were like in the basement of like a hotel or something where there's 20 people selling very similar things. I didn't know anything about it. Well, a couple years later, I'm like in this new world where I'm swinging a sledgehammer, and I work harder when I'm mining than I ever have at any job in my whole life. Physically. I enjoy swinging a sledgehammer, and I'll do it for like 8-9 hours. I won't even look at my phone. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
And it's just something that happened during COVID, looking for something to do, and just fell in love with, the putting in the hard work and then seeing the reward. I think that's the most like gratifying thing when it comes to mining.
Yeah. Dude, and I could see it like just even like watching your page, like your eyes light up. Like it made me smile like while I'm watching, because you can see like the excitement, and it's just like it makes me excited to see other people like so amped up about something that they love doing. And I like that you said the like 8-9 hours. Like that's when you find something where there's work related or just like anything that you're doing, like golf, skateboard, surfing, whatever. When you're fucking in it, dude, and you're like not thinking about anything else about that thing that you're doing, that's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, it is. It's really hard. So for me in the summertime too, I have 4 phones. So I have like one for each
business.
Yeah. And I tried to like keep them all on the same phone, but I was getting so many calls at the time that I didn't know which business was calling, and I was like, wait, what surf school wanted a lesson? I was like forgetting things. So I did it this way because, sometimes I can get an employee to take them if they're sitting there not doing much, and I can hand them off if I have to go do something. But it is pretty stressful having to charge 4 phones, having to answer them, having to respond to the voicemails, text messages, and so it is a lot to ask. So I'm very happy in the off season to put 3 of those away and just have 1.
So you do 4 for the summer, and then the off season.
Yeah, I just have 1.
Just have everyone contact me on this.
Yep. I mean, I'll have the phones, but I don't carry them.
Mm-hmm.
And, half the time, I mean, nowadays, half the phone calls you get are spam anyway.
Right.
So it's, But, that's the one big stressor that I enjoy the most is when I can put away those phones.
Right. End of season.
Yep.
Yeah, you've been, how long you been doing paddle and surf? I guess, and the skate. You can tell me.
Yeah, I mean, so paddle, this is about, I think, like our 10th year doing it. One in the surf school. The surf school in Avalon's been about 10 years. OC Surf School's been about, I think, 14.
Yeah.
I think that was like 2012, 2011. Yeah. So almost 14 years. Wow. Yeah, long time.
Yeah. And then you run the skate park for the city of Ocean City as
and
well.
I've been this is my second stint, so I ran the old skate park back in the early 2000s when I was finishing up college. This one I've been at since about 2017. I run all their like skate camps, skate lessons, all that kind of fun stuff. We have a solid crew down there. It's great. It's family oriented. Fortunately, you do have to wear pads and helmets, but safety first. And once you get old, like my age, you want to wear them because you can't afford to get hurt.
Are you still like dropping in?
Oh yeah. I'll still skate. I can still do tricks. Now it's more like calculated. Like I don't really. There's not much risk involved. It's all stuff I know I can do. And even then, you're still falling sometimes just because your body doesn't work like it used to.
I feel the same way about like skiing now. Like I don't hit the park anymore because it's just not fucking.
I mean, I'll go, but I'll do mellow stuff. You know, I'll do like a little jump. But I'm not trying to send it. I got nothing to prove. Like, that'll just get me hurt. It's
Back in the day, my buddies, we would just hit like every single rail, like these like windy rainbow, whatever, and then you fall, slam on your back, and then you're give me a beer from the back.
Yep. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, I mean...
What were you doing before all that?
Let's see. So, out of college, I worked for Anheuser-Busch. Well, actually, while I was in college, I worked for the local distributor, Anheuser-Busch distributor. And it was like the perfect college job. My job was to go out to the bars and buy people drinks.
Oh, really?
Yes. So promote Bud Light. It was at a time, I don't know if the laws are the same in New Jersey, but you could spend up to like the cost of a beer on a customer. So each state has laws. Like California, you can only spend 25 cents on a customer. So you couldn't buy someone a beer in California.
Right.
In New Jersey, the distributors can. So my job was to go out to the bars and buy people beer.
And there was not like just there's not like specific people there. You're just a random crowd. There's
random people.
People amped up.
Yep. Whoever wanted a Bud Light, that was on me. It was fun.
They're just paying you to like be the man, basically.
Yeah.
Like everyone's gonna be like, oh, I love this guy.
Yeah. It was funny. I had a lot of friends that would like follow me around. They'd be like, "Yo, where are we going tonight?" They'd call me and be like, "I'll drive." It was fun because I had like people follow me around, but that kind of lifestyle takes its toll.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, when your job is to go out and
I was
be around other people. That
I was out of shape. Like I had fun, but I'm glad it was at a time in my life, like my late 20s, early 30s. So, now there's no way I could do that. I'm like in bed by like 9 o'clock. I'm like old person.
Yeah. So what like brought you over that line to decide to start a business?
Well,
because now like I feel like with you, like you're just like starting a surf camp and it's just chill and whatever, but it's not that easy. Like,
no. So it was, I guess, so out of college, when I was growing up, it was, you were supposed to go to college. You were supposed to have a career. You were supposed to have a real job, blah, 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 blah. Nowadays, it's still a thing, but it's not, there's other avenues for kids.
Oh yeah, 100%.
There's more trade school. There's opportunities with the internet and stuff where kids could come up with a great idea and like have a job before they're even done high school to where they're making plenty of money. So, the opportunity's a little different now. And it was just repeated, like with Anheuser-Busch. I was with them for quite a few years. And all of a sudden they got bought out by a company. I was laid off, not because of my performance, just because I was a number. And I think they laid off like 2,000 U.S. employees when they bought the company out. I had a few friends that got laid off. I had a few friends that stayed. They said, it wasn't the same. But, for me, it happened a couple times. I had another job, like with an energy drink company, same fate, where I was just like, man, it's not my performance. It has to do with the company. And it got to the point where I'm like, I want to control my own destiny. So I was like, what can I do? So I started dabbling and, slowly grew businesses, then acquired other ones. And just all of a sudden I was like, whoa, what's happening? I got 100 employees this summer. And I'm like, whoa, how did this even happen?
Have you gone up to that many?
Yeah. During COVID, when, everyone wanted to be outdoor, those years were insane. Like I had so many employees.
That's when I was working.
Yeah, I think you were there.
Well, I worked for you at the surf camp for a few years and then on the dock during COVID.
But it's slowed down since then, but it was nuts during that time. It was I was happy to be in that industry where it was the outdoor sports, because it gave people an opportunity to, it was a weird time to where people,
only stuff people could do at that time too.
Yeah. So it was nice. It was like, it was nice to get people out and not have to be cooped up everywhere. So
for sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's when I was doing your thing, and then I was working for the Randazzos.
Yep.
And that was the other thing. The takeout scene was just unreal.
Yep.
Like, people weren't allowed to go in the restaurants.
Yep.
I feel like we kind of... You forget about that shit, and you're like, I don't even want to think about that. But, we literally weren't allowed to do anything.
Well, it kind of it changed a lot of business models. I mean, a lot. Yeah, I mean, look at all the restaurants in Ocean City that don't even have servers anymore because they can't really afford a server because, with how it went down and the minimum wage and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy with New Jersey's minimum wage because I think it's fair.
Yeah.
No,
I understand what you're saying completely. It's fair, but with the like server model that we have in the United States,
it doesn't work.
Right, like because of how established it already is, like if businesses are forced to pay, a server that they're only paying $250 that's making tips, they're forced to pay $15 an hour, the business might close down. Some people might say, oh, the business deserved to close down if they can't, but that's kind of the problem with what's happening in California. They're doing that with the fast food chains, and we're now at a point where they can kind of go, okay, we'll just have like a robotic arm back there flipping the burgers.
They'll just have a computer screen.
Right. So it can hurt people more than it helps sometimes. Obviously, you want everyone to get paid as much as
I mean,
but it's not the way the world works.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like, I think everyone's entitled to fair pay.
I agree.
And that's one thing I learned over my years of getting like screwed by big corporations is, take care of your employees. They're going to be the face of your business. If you do good to them, they'll usually do good.
100%. You paid very well from the start.
Yeah, and that's
paying me $25 an hour, but this was 10 years ago now, and like.
Well, I look at it. It's hard work. Like, I get in the water and give surf lessons. I'm like, man, I'm getting old. This is a young man's sport. I'm like, wow. But you get out in the water and you end up loving it, no matter what. Like I'll go months without doing it. And I'll get a lesson. I'll be like, oh man, I got to get in the water. I should be doing something else. And I'll get out there and be like, oh, that was awesome. Yeah, I forgot how much I love teaching people how to do this.
And you come out all groggy in the morning, stumble. Sometimes a little hungover.
Yep.
And then the water hits you. You're pushing most of the time, 10, 12-year-olds down there. But then the kids are having the time of their life.
And that's what it's all about. Yeah. Back with, giving back to the youth. And that's, a lot of my passion has, that has a lot to do with all my businesses too. People see the passion. Like you had mentioned before, you see on my social media how like happy and like the passion in my eye when I'm mining.
Yeah.
You just, you got to do something you love, or else it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it'll eat you alive otherwise.
Yep. Honestly. And there's been times in my life where I've had such a job and I'm like, I don't even enjoy this. Why am I doing this? Like, this is not what I want to be doing. And eventually I just was like, well, maybe I can make money doing this. Maybe I can make money doing this, and just kind of found a way.
Yeah. Was there a point like when you first started it up where you were kind of like, oh shit, like maybe I shouldn't have done this. Like this might not actually work out for me.
Well, so I was a mailman for a while because of that.
I kind of
so I was like in between, and I was like, man, I can't really survive the winter. If I have a bad summer, I'm really, counting on a good summer. If I don't do good, the winter's tough. But I tried to be a mailman, and I did that for like 6 months, under the impression that I was going to work part-time, like 25 hours a week. And I was like, all right, scheduled everything. I'm like, all right, I'll try and run my business, be a mailman. And I started there, and I was working like 50, 60 hours a week. And I was like, what the heck? I was like, I only wanted a part-time job. They're like, no, we need you. And I was like, and I couldn't cut it, man. That postal thing, like, it's a real thing. Like, I would get done work, and I'd like sit on my couch, and I'd be like angry for no reason whatsoever. Like, I was like, why am I so angry? I was like, I want to like punch something. I'm like, what is this? And I don't know if it has to do with like you're alone the whole day. You're like, someone's constantly keeping an eye on you. I don't know what it is. It just wasn't for me. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know plenty, like my uncle just retired. He loved it. Like, loved being a postman.
Depends what type of person you are too. Some people like to just be alone all day.
Yeah. Like, see, I was under the impression you like know everyone. You like wave hi. You like talk to all the neighbors. But like, I was the new guy, so no one wanted to talk to me. So I was like, they're like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
So like, I was like, oh, hey. No one's like waving to me or anything. I'm like, oh. I got chased by dogs One time I got chased.
Really? Yeah.
I got chased by
dog.
what was it? It was like an old German Shepherd. Thankfully, it was old. So you're supposed to like spray dogs if they come at you with like bear spray. Like you carry it. And I was like,
the mailman.
Yeah. And I'm like, I can't do this. Like this dog was charging me. Thankfully, it was old, and I'm like running around a bush, like holding my bag, like in my outfit, like stop. It like couldn't run that fast. Thankfully, finally the owner came out and like grabbed his dog, but I couldn't spray it. I like had it, and I was like, I can't do it.
Oh my god.
But yeah. So yeah, I mean, it just had to do with like the corporation thing, like. I just wanted to create a life for myself where I'm doing something I love.
Yeah.
Almost at all times. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's always like, not fun stuff when it comes to business.
For sure.
All the paperwork,
like you said,
payroll.
Having 4 phones.
Yeah, having 4 phones. Yep. Rescheduling because of bad weather. But at the end of the day, we're doing something most of my employees are very passionate about because you can see it. And we're doing something to where, the kids love it. Adults love it too.
Yeah.
It's not just kids. Adults love it.
Yeah, everybody loves it. I mean, both of them are great, man. I mean, the paddle, what's that, 10th Street in the Bay there?
Right on the Bay.
And I mean, you could speak to better than I could, but you guys mainly do kind of that loop around.
Yeah, so, Cowpens Island. Yeah, it's a cool little loop. It takes about 45 minutes. We're right at the Ocean City Rookery, which is this bird sanctuary that's like known all across the world, and like people come from all over the world to shoot photos. That's right over the 9th Street Bridge. If you've ever seen the people with the big they're shooting they're like crazy migratory like seabirds. So you get like ibis, herons, like all these crazy birds that you don't see anywhere else, which I was never into birding, and then just from being in that area and seeing all these crazy rare birds, I'd be like, what is that? And I'd like look it up, and I'd be like, oh, that's cool. And I'd start talking to people, and then now I like love birds, and I joined like the New Jersey Audubon birding.
Oh,
like
really?
there's like there's like a date in like April or like May where like it's a birding championship where like you have a team and you go out and spot birds and stuff.
Is that Owen Wilson in that? Have you seen that birding movie? That was from a long.
That was a lot. I remember watching it, but I feel like
and this is the one guy because in birding you don't take pictures, right? You just spot them and you mark it. And that's part of like the art.
I feel like was it Bill Murray too? No,
I don't know. Yeah, I gotta look up who was.
I do remember that movie.
I'm about to look it up right now.
Now I'm gonna have to watch it because I didn't really appreciate it back then because I wasn't into birds, but now I'm into birds. Yes,
it's Steve Martin, Owen Wilson,
Steve Martin.
Jack
That's
Black.
What it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like the same premise almost. Like they had like a birding tournament. I vaguely remember that. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that now. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I think the one guy like he lies about
finding this like rare bird.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that's great.
So where do you do that? Just in New Jersey, pretty much, or I mean, I guess you do birding everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, so I'll go camping a lot in the Adirondacks. My girlfriend loves camping, so we just like right after the summer was over, right after Labor Day, I'm like, hopped up to New York, went camping for a few days. Where do you guys
go camping? I gotta get.
Oh my gosh, there's so many cool places. My girlfriend loves loons. Loons, these birds that make these like crazy noises.
I thought that was a place.
No, I mean there are places, but like they're these birds that make these crazy noises, have these crazy mating calls. They're just basically ducks, but they're like really cool ducks. They're very common in the lakes up in New York. Where did we go? We've gone to like Long Lake is a cool one. There's so many, like just anywhere in the Adirondacks, the lakes up there, and the camping is just.
I feel like I've seen a loon before. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, you've probably seen them. They have like red eyes, I think. Like,
kind of scary looking.
Yeah, they are scary looking, and they make this crazy noise in the middle of the night. Where you're like, what's that? It sounds like a lady like screaming almost. But camping up there is just amazing, and it's weird. I hate to say this, but I spent a lot of time in the woods in PA, Maryland, New Jersey, and New York. And New York is the woods are so much cleaner than like the woods in PA or the woods in Jersey. It's just, I don't know if it's just so much further away from people that, you know, trash doesn't make its way in there, but you know, it's like pristine.
Yeah.
Or people just care more about nature. One of the two.
I feel like the places in like remote Pennsylvania have been pretty clean that I've seen too. But yeah, New Jersey, I could see it being like
New Jersey. Well, it's so flat, I guess.
So flat.
Yeah, it can't go anywhere.
It's the most populated state per I don't know, square foot or like most densely populated state. But yeah, what do you guys do? Just like a tent?
Yeah, we usually tent. I have a camper.
Oh, really?
But I haven't really used it that much. I was using it. I kept it at a mine I was living at for a while, and then last spring I was living in my camper at another mine. Eventually, I plan to use it. Like probably go south when it gets a little bit colder in November to do some mining and some fossil hunting.
Dude, that's awesome. You can just go like.
And then come January, we're hitting the road, taking our cats and moving to Arizona for a couple months.
Yeah, yes, you said downstairs. That's crazy. Yeah. What, 4 months or something like that?
I think we'll probably only do 3. So it's for the Tucson Gem Show, which is the largest gem show in the world.
When is that?
And it runs from like mid-January to mid-February. So it's like a month long. There's like 100 shows. So like every vendor goes there.
Yeah, give myself a picture of it.
It's in Arizona, I can see it. And it's beautiful. It's surrounded by mountains, so for me, I'm like in heaven because there's all kinds of mining, there's all kinds of old mining, there's all kinds of history, there's all kind of American Indian history, which I'm kind of into. There's a lot of cool history in this this area with the American Indians
in the South Jersey area.
Yes, with like the Lenni Lenape. And believe it or not,
I don't know. I don't think I know anything about.
So
history down here.
I was really bored one winter, and there's nowhere to mine around here because it's all like sand and like shells and stuff. So I started doing research, and I went out and found like an arrowhead. I was like, what?
Wait, where was that?
Just right around here in Cape May County. I can't really give up any spots.
All right, that's fair.
But if you walk, the beaches, like especially down Delaware River, like Cape May, like that area, it's very common. Wow. And that's all the way up the Delaware River, all through Pennsylvania, all the way up to Trenton, and there's a lot of American Indian activity. Well, down here there weren't too many establishments, but it was almost like they would come down for the summer, and then they would head back when it got colder. So like they were doing the same thing that kind of like we do. They would come down here and hunt. Great Egg Harbor Bay. The reason it was called that is because there were so many wild birds that the eggs were just everywhere, and they would just be able to like gather the eggs.
Egg Harbor, yeah.
But they would most of the residential, like the year-round residents were in like Vineland or Bridgeton. That's like that far inland. But it's just cool. Like I was bored and started walking the beaches, and I found about like a half dozen arrowheads. I found some other tools. Really? Yeah, just walking the beach.
How long of it?
Probably like about 6 months, 8 months.
Okay.
Yeah, right. It's like you just walk out, and then you just start doing more history, and it's cool because you learn about like the Indians around here and like how they coexisted like for a long time because there wasn't too much going on here other than like the whaling communities that were in Cape May and so on. So it was just with the white man. So it was pretty cool stories. It wasn't like other areas where they clashed and fought all the time. There was I think in Cape May County there was one like recorded death, and it was like a drunk guy like accidentally like killed like an American Indian, and he ended up losing his property and like had to like leave the area and stuff. So he got like in trouble for it. But it's just different stuff. As you get older, you start liking different things. And 10 years ago, someone would have said you'd be swinging a sledgehammer for 8 hours a day, or you'd be doing research on American Indians. I'd be like, what are you talking about? I want to go surfing, So, life changes as you get older.
Yeah. How'd you get into the gems?
I had an ex-girlfriend. She was, she liked the crystals. She would like go.
Okay, I kind of remember you telling me.
Yeah, it was like, I was always like into stuff. Like as a kid, like I always like was interested. It's, I don't know what it is, but treasure hunting. It's treasure hunting.
Yeah,
whether it's shark's teeth, whether it's fossils, whether it's minerals, crystals, arrowheads, it doesn't matter. Like there's something about it that just, a lot of people have that like inner treasure hunting.
Yeah, I should have told you to brought like a couple.
Oh, yeah, I could have.
I was thinking about it and I forgot to text you. But if you want to send me some pictures, I'll just pop them up on the screen here too.
But it's she was into the crystals. Then like I said, COVID hit, and you realize that they're out in nature. Mm-hmm. Like I think the first place, like I read something like, oh, you can find garnets in the stream in Philadelphia, and I was like, what? Yeah. So I went to the spot, and literally you're pulling up handfuls of garnets in the stream. I was like,
what's a garnet? Just like
garnet's like a little red mineral that used to be used for like abrasives, so they'll use it in sandpaper. That was a very common thing. It's not really commonly used as much other than like abrasives, I believe.
Yeah.
But some of them are very pretty. But it's like you read about it, you do your research, and then you go out and and you find it. It was like, wow, this is really cool. I've also, rekindled. I graduated from Stockton University right up the road.
Okay, yeah.
And I've actually gone out there and talked to the geology department, and eventually I'd like to get into more like educational stuff.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man.
I just really haven't had time around here because I'm so back and forth. I actually have a job now at a new mine we're developing in New York, so I'm rushing back this weekend because we got to go work on some stuff up there. It's called the Hidden Gem Mine.
Okay.
It's open to the public, but it's still new, so I don't know how much availability there is yet.
Okay, for people to go up. So you can't really just ride up there.
Well, some of the mines, there are a lot of public mines, but this one just opened last year, so it's still in like the developmental stages. But there's about a dozen public mines that, from April to November, the public can go up, and they're anywhere from $15 to $100 a day.
Oh wow! Okay.
And as long as you put in work, you'll find crystals. It's not something you're gonna go and you may or may not find some.
Yeah.
If you go and swing a sledgehammer and actually try, you will find crystals every time.
$15. Like, I know that's the low end, but still, like.
So the low end one produces the highest quality crystals. The cheapest one, but
they're harder to find.
Yes, that's the problem. Unless you have the right tools or the know-how, like it's very hard. But the experts, which I don't consider myself an expert. I'm still learning. I've only been doing it for a few years, but the guys I'm learning from spend most of their time there, and just the rewards are just incredible from there. There's these perfect crystals that. Just pretty to see out of the ground. It's cool.
Yeah. Yes, that's crazy that doesn't cost that much. You can just go up and kind of just keep what you get. I'm sure most people aren't trying to like sell stuff. They're just trying to go and find cool.
Yeah, and that's how it starts. Like I just went there to go find cool stuff. Then all of a sudden I found cool stuff, and I was like, whoa. This kind of makes me feel good.
Right.
Let me go do this again. I was like, wow. And then it just became an addiction, but it's a good addiction to have because I'm swinging a sledgehammer.
Yeah, that's a great addiction, man. Yeah. Anything like that, like working out, any of that stuff where you're just like, it's great. Be addicted to it.
Well, that's the thing. I don't go to the gym. Never once have I gone to the gym. It's very hard, so I always look for activities. So instead of going to the gym,
been an active guy, surfing, skateboarding.
Instead of the gym, I'll be like, all right, I'll go skate for an hour. And it's not like working out to me. It's still, I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself. I'm doing something I love. And now the mining thing, it's like, I don't even have to think about the gym. I have to think about like eating more because I'm expelling so much energy. I'm not eating properly because
that's a legitimate workout. Yeah. You're just swinging a
and it's like
probably getting like in your hands and knees. You're getting in there and like digging and trying to. I don't know even. I mean, if you want to explain in more detail.
Yeah, I mean, so a lot of the public mines, you can't use power tools. So it's all hand tools. So you're using a sledgehammer, chisel. You're using various sledgehammers. Like I usually hold a 4-pounder. That's with my normal chisel. and I use a jackhammer chisel, which is about 4 or 5 pounds. It's like an 18-inch jackhammer chisel, and you chip the rocks away, and you try and move as much rock as possible. So once we make areas, we put steel in to kind of create cracks. So then you're swinging a sledgehammer 8 to 20 pounds, depending on what you can swing physically and so on. Right. So, and it's just fun moving rock and the cracks and hearing them crack. It's just, it's a cool process, which I knew nothing about. Like, I was never really into tools or anything. Like, I didn't know how to swing a sledgehammer, so there's ways to swing it.
Right. I'm sure thinking back to the first time you went to right now, you're like,
oh yeah, I was like, everything was wrong. My wrists were bothering me. My hands were bothering me because I wasn't swinging it right. So, you learn over time.
But was it like first day for you out? You were like, I gotta keep doing this.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Right away. It was like, once you find that first like crystal, it's like a treasure hunt. Like once you find that first thing, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to find more. There's better ones there. I know there's better ones. I just have to find them. Yeah, exactly. The more time I spend, the better ones I can find.
Yeah. Do you ever like accidentally like destroy any big ones or anything like that while you're
occasionally, but that was more a beginner. I mean, there's always random times where you might not be paying attention, but the gist of it, you're looking for these voids where the crystals grow in. So if you can think, you're looking at a wall and there's going to be a hole here, like every few feet, and you're looking to find those holes which hold the crystals.
And how do they get there? It's just like
it's 450 million years old. Shit. They were started by stromatolites, which are like the oldest living algae, which are living organisms that created these voids. Over time, these voids filled with a solution, which creates a quartz heated solution from underground. They dry and cool at a certain temperature and create these crystals. They're called Herkimer diamonds.
And they're just made out of like carbon.
They're quartz crystals. So they aren't actual diamonds. They're quartz crystals, but they're in the shape of diamonds. Okay. So they're very collector friendly. They're sought after all over the world because they have such a unique shape. And you can only find them a couple places in the world, but these are the highest quality, most unique ones out there. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
So do most of them have like, I guess, some type of value? Like, I know obviously like
I mean you can
like physical like retail.
So the way they work is they're in these pockets, and sometimes they're over time they'll fall apart, and when they fall apart you can put them back together. It's called reconstruction, and you make them back into clusters in their original form, and pieces like that can go anywhere from like $5,000 to $25,000-$30,000. So there is a lot of value in it. It does take some work, but if you love doing it, it's not work.
Right. What are I guess like some of the coolest ones that you've
I mean, we've found crystals, and once you reconstruct them, I have a couple that are some pretty good ones.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's like there's a few I won't sell, but for me, I love it so much that if I can create money to go find more at different places, that's what I'm about. So I'm not really, I love crystals, but I'm not like, oh, I got to keep this one. Kind of like, well, wait, if I can sell that one, I can go out to Oregon and find opal. Okay, let's go. So I'm all about new adventures and just seeing, more of the United States. I was so narrow-minded growing up for most of my life. All I wanted to do was just go to the beach and go surfing, go on surf vacations everywhere, all over the country, which was awesome. I got to see a lot of coasts and islands and stuff, but now I'm like, man, I miss the mountains. So now I'm like full, like, what? There's mountains there? Let's go.
Yeah.
So, but I still love the beach, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So you're putting money back into getting back after it.
Yeah, basically. It
sounds like you like the process more.
Oh, it's a lot more. Yeah, it's all about the treasure hunt.
Of, having a gem.
So it's like once I find them, I'm like, all right, and I could care less what happens to them. I'm like, all right, next, let me go on to the next one. So it's like, it's the thrill of the hunt.
That's awesome, dude. So what else you been up to? Or is that seems like that's kind of.
I mean,
life,
yeah.
right? I mean, obviously,
I moved to New York. Oh, last winter was crazy in New York. So first winter I moved up there, and everyone's like, "Are you ready for the snow?" And I'm like, how bad can it be? How bad can it be? Well, apparently last winter it was one of the worst winters they had in like 30 or 40 years. So normally, like here, I'm used to it snows a couple inches, then it melts, then it'll snow again, then melt. Right. Well, up there, it started snowing in December, and it didn't melt. There was like 3 feet of snow until like the end of March. Like, it did not go away. Holy shit. Just every day, just more.
What's it called up there?
So we were in Little Falls, which is, it's in between Albany and Utica, so it's right on the Erie Canal. It's really cool, like old industrial area.
I'm gonna look it up.
But yeah, it was, and I guess the lake effect snow had shifted a little south this year. So areas that normally wouldn't get hit hard got hit hard, and it was just a lot of snow I wasn't used to. Thankfully, I had a truck.
Yeah, you got a nice truck.
But it was just it was an experience. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's up there too. So that's where.
Yeah.
That's where you're going back up this weekend too.
Yep.
Or,
yep.
So it's going to be pretty remote, right? It's
yeah.
Not
I mean, you get Utica's a pretty big city. Albany's the state capital.
And those are kind of like right by there.
Yeah, like within half an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. But it's different. It's a different area. Like, there's not much nightlife.
I would imagine.
So like, you know, if you're looking to go eat at 10 o'clock, you're probably SOL unless you're going to like a gas station. Up there, they have this place called Stewart's. It's similar to a Wawa where they do gas, and they have like really good ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's what they're known for. They're like dairy products and ice cream, but they have like the same type of stuff as Wawa.
Yeah. How long of a ride is that up there?
From here, it's like 4.5, 5 hours. It's all highway, so it's like an easy cruise. You just go up Parkway, then you get on the New York Freeway.
It's a bit of a ride, but
yeah, it's a drive, but it's easy. It's not like you're on back windy roads. Now, if you go up from like Philly, it's a pain in the butt. At the same time, it's about 4.5 hours. But it's all these like back road, windy roads, right, so it's like speed limit's like
probably
35.
Just go straight up the Parkway, and then just on like a 95 north or something like that.
Yeah, it was. And then for when you get through PA, you go up the PA Turnpike, and that ends in Scranton.
Like 476.
Yeah,
and then you go
for a little bit, but then it's all like back roads getting there. But it's still pretty to see.
Yeah. Is there like ski mountains or anything up there you guys did? Or?
We haven't. See, my girlfriend's not really into that. Okay. So, and plus, the last few times I went, it was I don't know. It's getting harder on my knees.
Okay, yeah, I figured you would like be at least good at it.
Yeah, I mean, I can hold my own snowboarding,
surfing,
but like when I'm like locked in on the bindings. So it's like for some reason I like to move my feet. So like surfing, skate, I can move my feet there. So it's more pressure on my knees. I've gone up to the indoor one in North Jersey. It's called like Big Snow, American Dream Mall or whatever.
Oh yeah, I've seen. Is that place?
It was actually kind of cool. It was novelty. They have like 2-hour sessions, but it was just different because you're indoors, like. Snow, weird, so it's like a cool experience. That mall is really cool. There's like an indoor wave pool where you can surf. There's like an indoor theme park, like a Nickelodeon theme park. So it's a pretty cool experience to go up there. But yeah, it's touristy.
Right.
Yeah, I mean it's not the same as going on an actual mountain.
Yeah.
So
are you guys? You're done for the season pretty much. The paddles shut down too. Yeah,
I mean a few people here and there. Like I had a couple customers this week, but as the water gets
just
cold, and it's just for the 1 or 2 people that may or may not come in,
it's not worth it to just.
If I'm here, I'll answer the phone. So like I was open this weekend, but I 1 or 2 people call.
Yeah.
People when they come down for the weekend, they want to spend their time on the beach.
Yeah. At this point, it's not really like renters and stuff anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
people
that's
that have
owners.
houses. A lot of them have their own. If they're into that, they have their own paddleboard or something that they're going to use.
And that's we're not as busy now because a lot of people bought kayaks, paddleboards, and outdoor stuff during COVID because there was nothing else for people to do.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But yeah, I love doing what I do. So, and I'm sure I'll have 10 more things I'm doing next year. I already got cool ideas. So we'll see.
So I was gonna ask, anything you want to share that you're?
I think I'm gonna. I'll probably do a little more into the educational side, with the mining.
So at Stockton.
Yeah, I don't know necessarily Stockton, but anywhere. Yeah. I feel like there's a need for that. There's not much geology going on in this area with kids. Like, kids are fascinated when I'll pull out a crystal. Like, I did a couple of the farmers markets this year in Ocean City.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I went to one. I didn't see that. See what you set up a stand with the.
Well, originally I was going to do them all. I did a bunch of them last year, but then I ran out of time.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was a little short-staffed with some of my businesses, and I was like, well, I guess I don't have to do the farmer's market this week. So, but I've noticed there's a need. Like, the kids are fascinated by rocks and geology and stuff. Yeah. And there aren't really core rock shops around here. You get a lot of the metaphysical crystal people, like, associated with yogis and all that stuff.
Right. And
where they're like, this crystal does that. And I'm like, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Like, I don't knock it. Yeah. I just love finding them, and I love the beauty.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, I'm not, like, against it. I've done Reiki before where you hold the crystals, and I definitely felt some weird stuff going on, but I don't know.
Not sure if it's placebo.
Yeah. I mean, to each your own, or teach his own, or teach her own, however you say it.
Yeah, and there's people. It's usually like the big astrology crowd and stuff too.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't believe in it at all, but I mean, if that's
that's how I am.
Believing it, like, if it makes you happy and you're not hurting anybody.
Then, I don't have a problem with it. Like, if that's what you like, I'll sell you whatever crystals. If I found them, I don't know what they do. These are Herkimer diamonds. That's what they're.
Come up and ask, like, at the show, they're like, what does this one do?
Well, no, they're like, oh my gosh, Herkimer diamonds, they're the highest vibrating crystal there is. You pair this up with this.
It's all crystal nerds that are.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know. I want to know, and I support what you're doing, but I just think they're pretty. Look.
Yeah.
But it's different. There's no core rock shops around here. There's one that's the closest one is down at Sunset Beach in Cape May, where they do like the Cape May diamonds and stuff.
Okay, I'll have to.
It's
tell Kim to check it out.
Yeah, they actually have like specimens. I had some of my specimens up there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you do you like kind of only sell your stuff at shows, or do you?
Well, I have an Etsy. It's South Jersey Mining Company, but.
Nice.
I mean, most of the stuff I just sell are like kids, like entertainment bags where there's a bag of dirt that they can take home and sift through and find like crystals in it.
Okay.
And it's all like Herkimer diamonds. It's all entertainment. Like, it's salted. Like, I put the crystals in there. It's educational.
Okay. Yeah. That's.
But I mean, I sell a few crystals, but for me, it's easier just to do the shows.
Yeah.
You're going where the collectors are. Like, what I found out at the farmers market, people aren't going there to buy crystals. They're there to buy farmers products.
Especially when they're, I don't know like what you're selling them for, but if it's like a nice crystal, it's like a few $100.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's going to be just walking by. I
might sell like a $10, $20 crystal here and there, which I love doing it because I'm very passionate. I love talking about it. But for me, at the end of the day, I don't know if that's a good fit. But
that makes sense. There
is a lot of opportunity for geology and rocks and all that around here, with the kids and stuff. So it's I love educating. I love teaching. I love passing it off. I want people to feel the same way I feel when I'm out doing something I love. Yeah.
So can you teach like without, I guess, having? I mean. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, I mean,
to me, like, what's important is that you know what you're talking about, you're passionate about it, you're good at teaching, but I just don't know with, like,
Well,
universities and stuff, what the rules are.
I know with like Stockton, we were gonna try and come up with something where they're the educators, they're the experts on the book stuff. I have all the toys, so I have all the samples. I have the mining smarts where they have all the book smarts, know exactly the makeup of the crystal, know all the different like shapes and what they mean and stuff. Where I'm just like, I know how to get them.
Right.
I don't really know.
A guest star coming in and out for like
to where we could work together. Yeah, stuff like that. That was kind of, because it's not really taught that much. Geology is not taught as much as it used to be, and we live at the beach. That's all geology. The whole process of the beach is geology, which people don't really think about.
There's not like big programs for that down here. Stockton's doing some cool stuff.
Well, I mean, they have a geology club, so that was they do a lot of field trips and stuff too. So Stockton's a cool school.
Yeah, I've been up there a few times for different stuff. My but do you know Ryan Hegarty?
Yeah.
Well, Kyle. Yeah, I think for you.
Yeah, both his brothers. I think he might have worked for me at one point too.
Yeah, Ryan may have, and then Cody worked.
Cody and too. Kyle. Yeah. Kyle worked for me this summer. Kyle came back this summer.
Oh, really? Oh, nice. Yeah.
So did Ryan Templeton.
Okay, yeah. Templeton's a good guy too. Hegarty is Ryan is a maple syrup farmer for Stockton.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Actually, and he's been there for a few years. He's like killing it up there. He's doing everything for them, but it's like I didn't know that was even a thing that they did.
Yeah, Stockton was a pretty, like, I went to college at Charleston in South Carolina, and I didn't love it, and then I came back to Stockton and loved it. I was like, this is awesome. I love the school.
Right, yeah. It was big. It was like a nicer campus and stuff, too, than I thought it would be.
Yeah, well, they've done so much. I was there. My buddy did a radio show, and he had me on, like, this summer, and I went to school. I was like, whoa, all these buildings are new. I was like, there's like 2 buildings when I graduated in like 2005 or 2006 or something, so a while back. And just a lot has changed. But, I only hear good things. So
yeah, no, it looks like a legit campus now.
And now they have like a campus in Atlantic City too, which is like,
yeah, exactly.
They have like high rises. You can, like, the dorms are on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, where was that? I would have loved to have stayed at the dorms on the beach.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a community service thing there for my work because one of my coworkers was there. So we they kind of split everyone up into different groups to do stuff for the homeless in Atlantic City. So the group that I was in, we essentially just like made beds for the homeless of AC. But yeah, they do a lot of like good stuff like that.
I did some stuff with the Covenant House.
Different things there. What's the Covenant House?
Covenant House in Atlantic City. We did like a sleep out for the homeless. They help with homeless.
Kim was talking about the sleep out for the homeless thing. Yeah, and I guess it's like for a good cause. Yep. So did you do that? Or?
Yep. We me and a few friends, a couple business owners. I think it was like Piece of Wood, Bowfish Kids, like Ocean City Business.
Piece of Wood again? That's
I think they're doing something else now. That's not like it was a business. It was this couple, Christina.
Friends,
Meg was friends with them. Christina Marshall. I think Christina still does artwork. I'm not sure what her new handle is.
I remember that spot. Yeah,
and then Bowfish. So like we were all younger business owners, and we got together, and we're tied in with the younger crowd, like with the skate park and stuff. So it was interesting, and it just it was like late October, early November, and it like froze that night. We're like sleeping in cardboard boxes. We're like, seriously? But we got a true experience. So,
or when was that you did that? Like a while ago? Like
it was a couple years ago, but we did it at St. Peter's Church in Ocean City. So we did it in the parking lot, and there were about 30 of us. Like, some kids did it. Yeah. I think some of my employees did it.
Oh, nice.
So it was a cool experience.
Yeah. I bet people driving by were, if they saw you, so
well, now I'm like, all right, here, I'll just donate. Yeah. But I'm a big fan of the cause.
Yeah, no, it's a great cause.
Another cause I'm really into is called Kisses for Kyle. That's out of Philadelphia, and they provide services for families going through like childhood cancer. My little brother had leukemia. Thankfully, he's in remission, and he has been for 20 something years. But that hits close to home because he got diagnosed when he was like 14 or 15. It's just like, oh. And then just they do like a family day in Ocean City every year. It's like I think close to Father's Day weekend, or maybe it is Father's Day weekend, where a couple businesses in Ocean City provide all these free services. Like I do my paddleboarding, so I give free paddleboarding and kayaking to the families that are involved. Yeah. Bowfish does some stuff. The Playland does stuff. The city offers free parking. So it's like a big, cool community event.
That's awesome. And it's like getting all the kids down and just
so like all the family, like 100 families come down and like get to enjoy the day and kind of like forget about their worries. But it's causes like that I love to get involved with because it means a lot to me. It hit close to home, and everyone's got their causes. Whatever they want to get behind. Today I was getting text messages about helping out Surfrider. Because I think they're opening up offshore drilling again or something, and Surfrider's trying to stop that, which.
Yeah, what's a Surfrider?
Surfrider's like an organization where I guess they protect, like their goal is to protect the coast, so like clean ocean,
were they
like
part of like against like the offshore wind. And stuff
offshore wind,
That's
offshore.
Pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, I don't know if they were for or against offshore wind. I try not to, like I said, those like hot topics. Like
that's fair.
I'm just
the offshore wind thing is very controversial.
It makes sense to me, but. For me, it's like, why does it have to be in the ocean?
Yeah,
that's the one thing.
There's space there, I think.
Yeah, it's like there's so many more problems. You can't fix it. It's like to me, it's just logistic. It doesn't make sense. But I don't know enough. I'm not educated enough to really get on that kind of stuff. Like for me, I would love to see the next energy. I would love to see tidal. The tide comes in every day. The tide goes out every day, no matter if it's rainy, sunny. Mm-hmm. It happens every day, no matter what, and it's predictable.
So, like you're using the water somehow?
Using the water. I mean, it comes in every day and leaves every day. Like wind, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. So that makes the windmills obsolete. Solar, sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it's not.
Yeah. I think solar's probably like the easiest to harness the energy from. Like water you can too, but with the
technology's the technology's not there. Like solar's come a long way.
Yeah, it has. But even that, like on the individual level, I've seen have its problems.
Exactly.
Like someone was telling me last week that they got solar panels and they put them on top of this old roof. And now it's like
the roof's leaking and everything.
It's like causing all these problems. And they have to get the roof redone. Then they have to pull all the solar panels off and everything.
Well, I know with the salt air, it creates a film over the like solar panels. So their life. I don't know how true that is. I know it was true a while back. Like the life of the solar panel doesn't last as long when you're at like the coast. So that's why it's not as common.
It's getting better over time. Like I think they'll eventually have like kind of normal.
Yeah, the technology's getting better.
I think they already do have like some. They're probably just expensive, like the normal looking tile roofs that are like really solar. But yeah, the offshore wind thing. I think that, and I'm not super educated on either. So I mean, if I get chewed alive, it's.
I just saw the one thing break in like up north outside of Boston somewhere, Martha's Vineyard, and the damage it caused, like apparently all the businesses up there had to close their businesses in like the summertime because the beaches
relied on that power?
Yes. Wow. No, the beaches were all closed because of the debris that came out. And I think they were awarded like thousands and thousands of dollars by the company just because it shut their businesses down. But for me, that's so detrimental, and seasonal business is like the livelihood of so many people in South Jersey to where I don't know.
And that's a killer. And then the other thing too, they say like the mills alone apparently kill like thousands of birds. And then apparently I saw something where like the whales and dolphins and stuff were dying.
Yeah.
From the mills, and and at the very least they don't want to get anywhere near they want to get as far as they can away from it because I don't know if it hurts their.
There's so much
sonar or whatever.
It's tough. Like, and two, like you're at a point too where no matter what, you're gonna hurt the environment. No matter what you do.
Yeah.
So there's not going to be a right way. There's no real answer that's not. Something's got to be sacrificed in order to do it. There's no
in one place or another.
Yep. So it's gotten to the point where no matter what it is, someone's going to hate it and someone's going to like it. Like,
yeah, that's true.
So
I want them I don't want them in the water though. Just for even if like they are net positive, I just don't want to see like machinery out. That's just me. Some people, I know some people want it, but I just don't want to look out on the beautiful ocean.
It's kind of weird
about my problems in the real world, and I'm just, wow. Look at that.
They have them in New York.
I don't want to see,
They have them all over the mountains in New York. They have them in PA. So
yeah, I don't know see like mountaintops. I don't mind that as much. Because there's still plenty of mountains that don't have them.
It does ruin the view, but I don't know. I'm in between.
Yeah.
I'm in between. But, I mean, we need to do something. So, at least we're trying.
Yeah.
So.
We'll get there.
But.
Yeah, dude. Good stuff. You want to kind of just run through, like, all your businesses for everybody and where, like, everyone can find them. And, like, I know, like, I don't want to make it too broad. But.
So, all right. So what I run the Ocean City Skate Park in Ocean City. We're in between 5th and 6th Street. During the school year, we're open 12 to dusk. In the summer, we're 9 to dusk every day, unless it's raining. We run skate camps, skate lessons. We do like all girls skate events. We actually have an event coming up. I think we're going to do it October 25th. It's going to be best costume, best trick skate event with free candy and stuff at the skate park. It'll be at 4:00 on October 25th.
And do people sign up online?
It's free. Okay. So you just show up. Show up in your costume and try. The whole idea is to try for kids to try and skateboard in the costumes. Like that's what we're looking for to make it like awkward and fun.
Yeah.
I'm also involved with I'm going to MC the Spooks and Kooks Surf Contest.
Okay.
So that is October 12th, and that is Sunday, October 12th, and that is, I believe, at 7th Street, and that is a costume surf contest.
Nice, yeah.
So you have to dress up in a costume and surf, and I think the donations are like a food bank. All the proceeds go to a food bank, so it's a pretty cool cause. I do Ocean City Surf School, OCNJ Surf School. We're at 51st Street, South End.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Best part of the island.
Yeah, we do surf camps, surf lessons. I have a surf school in Avalon. It's called Elation Surf Camps. We run that through the rec department, the Avalon rec department. Awesome people up there. They have a great program up there. And then Ocean City Paddle Company. We're on the bay at 10th Street, right next to 9th Street Bridge. You can see us as you're coming into town.
Yeah.
Do paddleboarding, kayak tours, rentals, all that kind of fun stuff.
And I can speak to that too, just from working there for a summer. Totally gorgeous. Also good to go through you guys when you go out there, because I don't think people realize like how strong the current can be right there. And like you can, if you have your own shit, you can go out and just rip it. But like I would recommend going through Willie and like his people there, because they will keep you safe, because you can really get swept away in a second.
And people don't realize that.
The ocean's not very far away from there.
No, so people don't realize that. They're used to like
strong.
Going in lakes and so on, and they come down here. They're like, oh, I paddleboard all the time. And they're like, what is this? And I was like, it's a current. They're like, well, they don't have this in the lake. And I'm like, you're right. So that's why you have to go this way.
Yeah.
But we, it's the main thing we like to educate, and it's all about safety. All my businesses, it's a focus on safety, because we want everyone to come home safe at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And we also want them to have a good time. So.
Yeah, 100%. And then I guess the final one, right, is the
South Jersey Mining Company. Yeah. I do have a website for it, and we're just kind of getting it developed.
Yeah.
but I have an Etsy for it, and I spend most of my off season swinging a sledgehammer, so you can find me in upstate New York till it gets too cold.
Yeah.
And then who knows where I'll be.
Do you have just the Tucson show? I mean, that you said that's like months.
Yeah, that's like
you'll be
I
there
think
like
it's
every single day.
Yeah, we're gonna I'll definitely have a table at the 22nd Street show.
Okay.
At the Tucson Gem Show. So there's about, I think it's like 50 plus shows all over Tucson at different times, and everyone goes there. So if you're looking for any type of rock mineral, you're gonna find it there. They're gonna be crazy. I mean, there's specimens worth millions of dollars.
Wow. Yeah.
Like, you'll see stuff where you'll be like, wow. Like, museum.
Have you done that before?
Well, last year was the first year we got invited.
Yeah.
But
and it was just a brief.
Yeah, it was like for a week and a half,
yeah.
And now I like want to move there. It's so fun. I still love it here.
Yeah, is there stuff to mine like near there?
Yeah, well? Within an hour you're surrounded by mountains.
Okay,
and the whole area is loaded with gold too. So worst case scenario, you can find gold.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So there's cool opportunities. Plus, there's the mining industry that was so big there for hundreds and hundreds of years. There's all kinds of cool history, like old abandoned mines that you can like see and stuff. But it's all about safety, though. You gotta be safe.
For sure. Yeah, I'm interested. I would like to try it sometime.
Dude,
where's the nearest place to here, I guess, that we could
coolest place from here is about
like, I guess, combo of like
hour and 15 minutes north of here in Monmouth County. There's places where you can go into like the state parks and streams and find shark's teeth. So you can just walk through a stream, look on the ground, and pull out shark's teeth that are millions of years old.
Damn.
When it comes to mining, I guess the closest place, there's a golf course in outside Philadelphia. It's called Pickering Valley.
Yeah, I've played there, yeah.
And it was built on a couple of old mines. And all the tailings, which are just the leftover material from the mine that they pulled out from underground, are in certain areas. And they let people go there and mine the tailings while people are playing golf. So really? It's pretty cool. Yeah, like you just go up to the clubhouse and be like, hey, we wanted to check out the rocks and minerals, and they tell you where to go. It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
But it's like New York, upstate New York's probably
the best spot.
Yeah, because they're the public mines. They range anywhere from $15 to $100 depending on what you're looking for. But if you just Google Herkimer Diamond, about a dozen mines will come up, and you kind of go through.
And how do you spell that?
Herkimer, Herkimer.
All right. Sorry,
I think it's on my hat.
Oh yeah, it is. Herkimer, New York.
Yep. So the reason it's called it's the county where these crystals are found, and they're unique because they aren't found anywhere else in the world, basically.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, dude, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This was fun talking.
It. Yeah, I had a great time. Learned definitely a little bit. I want to learn some more about that stuff, honestly. Yeah. I'll let you know if we're able to make our way up to New York.
I highly recommend it. And anyone, it's like fun for kids and adult kids as well.
Yeah.
Like,
and how easy, like, do they, I guess if you're like new to it, doing it your first time, do they give you the equipment and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you can rent equipment. My advice, just bring the heaviest sledgehammer you have is going to help you the most. Okay. And if you want to practice, just learn how to swing a sledgehammer. Yeah. It's the easiest thing. If you can swing a sledgehammer, you 100% will find crystals. Now, some of the mines are just dig, so you'll just dig with a shovel, but they're not as fun for me because you're not breaking rock.
Yeah, no, I wanna smash them.
Yeah, it's fun smashing a rock.
And hold a shiny rock in front of me. And
Cool, man. Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, man. Anything else you want to say to kind of close it out?
Just, I mean,
about your stuff.
Just people out there, just chase your passions. You can do things you love and make money doing it. Life doesn't always have to be boring. 9-to-5 job sitting behind a desk. Like, it's not for everyone. So just get out there, enjoy life, and have fun doing stuff you love.
And you're a great example of that, man. Seriously.
Appreciate it.
I'm happy for you too that you're able to do that stuff because like I think that's a goal for everybody, right?
Yeah. It took a while. I mean, I did the whole like normal college thing, and then I was just like, wait, this isn't what I thought. Like,
I think that's important too that you said that because like myself included, like the younger generation, like we all want everything right now.
The instant gratification.
Yeah, and you don't want to put the work in, and you don't want to be patient. I think the patience is worse than because people do want to work hard.
Yeah.
So I think it's the patience is the part that people really don't have.
Yeah,
it's important to know that it takes time.
Yes.
I mean it took you. I mean
years.
You know, but you were bouncing around doing other stuff. Like you said, you're a mailman running away from dogs.
Yep,
for a few years, but you got there.
It got there. Yeah, it took a lot of hard work, a lot of ups and downs, and that's the thing you learn as you go along. Like I didn't know what I was doing, and you kind of run into a problem, and you figure it out. And a lot of people will talk, but you just got to do it. Like there's no right time, you know, you're not going to be ready for it. You can't prepare for certain things that, you know, owning a business, like some of the things that life throws at you, you aren't prepared for it. You never will be.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to just take those curveballs and learn how to like roll with them.
I think that's a great lesson, man.
You know, it's like you got to roll with the punches and stuff changes. It's not going to go as planned and there's never really a right time.
Right.
So just do it. Like Nike said, just do it.
Just do it. Oh, shit, man. All right. Well,
cool.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good place to wrap it up. But,
thank you.
Again,
appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, dude.
This is great stuff, and you know, looking forward to see what you do next too.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother.